And the thing
Yeah.
about like working in this, like whether it's me being a rescuer or a trainer, like Yuki, what you've done, like this is technically like the foster home. Yuki and I've had, I would
Yeah.
say at least 50 dogs. I always say like 100 and something, but we've had a lot
Just
of
50 at a time.
Yeah, we've had a lot of dogs come through here. You, Jen, like adopting from the Carson shelter, you creating this amazing brand, that's healthy and good for your dogs. And it's like, and the kids at the high school, Miracosta, and I think I said that in the beginning, but it's worth repeating. Like, it is a community project to make a difference and to be a voice for those that don't have a voice. And we do it together.
Really
and we
do.
do it in a way like I am not the type of person that would sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to create a dog snack. I don't have the mindset for that, but I will get on a microphone or go protest or email certain people in LA County and say, this is ridiculous what's happening. Like, we
Right.
all have a place.
Exactly. We really do. And we all have an impact.
Yes.
Each time.
And
you
none
open
is
your
less
mouth
than
for
the other.
Something else. We're all boosting each other.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
really amazing.
And what you've done, honestly, like what and who you are, like I have learned more about you in the past 2 hours than I have known about you in the years that I've known you. I'm not kidding you. And who you are as a human being and what you have like learned from working in the vet world and like your experiences and working for other companies and the research that you've done and the homework and adopting from Carson and these like products that you've made that will enhance our pets' lives. You are a true hero.
Oh, well, thank
Like
you.
seriously, like it is
Thank
amazing to
you.
have you here. I had no idea
Aw.
all that you have done and you have seen and you have overcome. And that's the thing, like you said, there is a need in the market for what you've done. And you did it.
Well, thank you. I want to say I'm not the hero. I think the people that work at the shelters are the real heroes.
Yes.
When the Pasadena fires hit, I talked about my marketing interns earlier, and we made special bags that just had this little top on it, like so. Sure, I can pick that up to show
Yeah,
it, but that
we'll
little
get it
top
for sure.
on a bag, and it had one of these and a whole bunch of these, and that was just for the shelters, giveaway free.
Yeah.
And my
You did?
my interns just sat down and we just said, let's make a little bag. And it's not a fancy pouch. It's like a Ziploc bag that we're like, here's a poo bag and here's some treats and we didn't care. They're like, give them to people adopting pets, give them to
Yeah.
the pets give them to the first responders who might run into a pet. And I
But
think
that's
that
what
those
builds-
people that work and that volunteer and everything at those shelters and are just trying to make a difference
Yes.
in one scared pet's life.
If you
So
can-
I just think that it is the people that work at the shelters, the people that volunteer at the shelters,
Yeah.
the first responders that go out there and just they can't fix it all. We can't fix it all.
Right.
But what you can do is have an impact. And what they do is each pet that comes in is scared and stressed, and they make a difference in that pet's life.
That's
They
right.
hold it. They tell it it's going to be okay. They give it some food when it's hungry. I think those are the real heroes. I think that's who we celebrate.
Yeah. And I agree
People
with
like you.
Well, people
And
like
people
you
like
and
you.
people like Yuki.
Yeah,
and like you said, I
exactly.
mean, for you to say, oh, a small plastic, whatever bag, it's like the fact that people go beyond themselves and they say, you know what, I'm going out of my comfort zone. I'm going to do something to help somebody else. I'm going to go do something to help a pet, an animal in need. That is what ultimately, I mean, it goes even beyond animals, but that is what community is about.
Right.
That is what being a good neighbor is about. And that is what saying, I care about you. I care about what you're going through.
Right.
And again, like we started this podcast, like my mission as a trainer, as a rescuer, as a partnered rescue with LA County, like I am fighting tooth and nail for these animals in our shelters. And like you said, maybe they get one of your treats, a Be Better treat, and that's put on their Kuranda bed at the shelter. Or you give a bag to a volunteer that takes it back to a shelter, or you give your treats to somebody that's lost their home. And I mean, the magnitude of what we're going through in the world, I mean, we can go on and on. But
Everyone's having a hard day.
everyone. And
Everyone.
pets are a part of our family. They are not disposable. They
Right.
are not disregarded. They are such an integral part of who we are as community and family that it's not just like, let me give you clothes because you lost your clothes. Let me give you furniture because you lost furniture. Oh, you have a dog. Let me give you dog food. Let me give you the best dog treats, the best dog supplements. Be better. Let me give you something that's also going to enrich your pet's life because it's a family unit, two-legged or four-legged. It's a family unit. So Jen, I want you just to, like, if you want to wrap us up, talk about, like, just, I don't know, whatever you want to say. You have been, I know you better now than, like I said, than I've known you. And I'm so incredibly honored to have you with us because what you've done and who you are in the community is, it's such an amazing, it's just, it brings everything together. You know what I mean? It brings families and pets and people and nutrition and education and community and all of it together. I mean, it really does. You're just like in the centerpiece of all of it.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think I'm a little outlier in the world that helps facilitate some of that. But I just, it's if you have the opportunity. I guess I'll just leave with this. If you have the opportunity, and I didn't obviously make this up, to leave a place, any place that you are, better than how you came into it,
Right.
then take that opportunity.
Right.
And if you're on the other end, if you're the person that needs help with anything at all, be the person who actually asks because we're not all mind readers and we don't all know, but we all, I think intrinsically, everybody wants to make a difference in one way or another. And
Absolutely.
we want to help those that are in need.
Yeah.
I just think that the world is a big community place. And if we just are all transparent with each other and just try to do good by each other,
Yeah.
then
We will.
it's never gonna be perfect, folks. We're not gonna
No.
be perfect, but we're gonna be better than how we started.
That's right.
And I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
the best thing to do is if you have a dog or a cat or any animal, treat it the best you can.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing that you can do.
Right.
And when you do that for your animal, you also are doing it for yourself, for your
Yeah.
own heart, your own
Yeah.
mind. It works both ways.
Right, exactly. Think about, I just said earlier, everybody's had a hard day. But when you come home and your pet senses that you've had a hard day, what do? They curl up just like Buttercup
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
And
and they
she's
love
like,
you.
I'm going to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
And, pet me.
Absolutely. And feed your animals well. And Jen, one more time, what's the name of your company and how can they order all of your amazing? My dogs like were fighting over it earlier, so we know it's really good stuff because my dogs can be picky. So
It's Doggy Snacks, and it's doggy with a Y, DOGGYSNAX, snacks, because they're exceptional. We're exceptional. We're all extremely great. And I like X's. Doggysnacks.com. You can order it there. If you order 2 products or more, your shipping is free. I highly recommend that.
oh yeah,
And it doesn't
definitely
have to
2
be
or more.
different products. If you have a product you love, just 2 of those. That's good. And then also available in limited amounts on Amazon. And if you're local to Southern California, you'll find it in some independent retailers.
Okay.
So,
What
yeah.
retailers do you want to share?
Pet Foods Market in Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
And then some other ones were in the process, in
Yeah.
the work stuff. Yeah.
Okay.